Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on one of the web's most common and, frankly, most dangerous threats, cross-site scripting. So let's kick things off with a story. Picture this. A bank goes all in on their new online services. You can register, check your balance, move money around. Everything seems totally secure and convenient. But then, one day, an anonymous attacker brought the whole thing crashing down. Yep, you're seeing that right. 6. That's all it took. Just 6 lines of malicious code snuck into the bank's website to steal the username and password of every single person who had registered. So the big question is, how? How is that even possible? How can such a tiny piece of code cause so much chaos? Well, to get it, we need to understand the basic anatomy of any website you visit. And it's actually a lot like the human body. Seriously, just think of a website as a person. It has 3 core parts that work together to bring it to life. First, you've got the skeleton. That's the HTML. It provides the fundamental structure, the bones of the page. Next up is the appearance. Kind of like the clothes, the hair, the style. That's CSS. It controls how everything looks. And finally, the most important part, JavaScript. That's the brain. It handles all the interactive stuff, all the logic. And as you're about to see, if you can control the brain, you can control everything. That attack on the bank, and so many others, works by doing exactly that, hijacking the website's brain. This whole thing is called cross-site scripting, or XSS for short. It's a type of attack where a hacker injects their own malicious code into a website you actually trust. The site gets tricked into running that code as if it's supposed to be there, forcing its brain to follow the attacker's commands. But here's where it gets really interesting. XSS isn't just one single trick. It's more like a whole toolkit of attacks. So let's break down the 3 main types. The first type is called reflected XSS, and it often takes advantage of something we all use every day without a second thought, like a search bar. Okay, so here's how it works. An attacker creates a special link with their malicious script hidden inside. They send it to a victim. The victim clicks it, which sends that script over to the website. The website is then tricked into reflecting it right back where it runs inside the victim's own browser. The website basically becomes a mirror for the attack. The second type, stored XSS, is honestly a lot more sinister. Because it's patient, it just lies in wait, and it can infect every single visitor to a web page without anyone having to click a special link. So for this one, the hacker injects their script directly onto the website's server. A perfect hiding place would be, say, a public comments section on a blog or a forum post. That code gets saved right there, permanently. And this is where it gets really dangerous. The trap is now set. Anyone who just visits that page and views that comment will automatically run the malicious script. This allows an attacker to steal things like your session ID, which lets them just bypass the login page and get straight into your account. And the third type, DOM-based XSS, is probably the stealthiest of them all. It doesn't even target the server. Instead, it manipulates the website's code directly within your own browser. It basically turns the website's own logic against itself, right on your computer. So an attacker finds a flaw in the site's JavaScript. Then they make a special link that seems harmless, but part of the link has a hidden command. A classic example is a link to a broken image. When your browser tries to load that image and fails, boom, that failure triggers the hidden command and it starts stealing your data. So the crucial takeaway here is understanding the difference. With reflected and DOM-based attacks, the code is in a link that a specific person has to click. But with a stored attack, the code is actually living on the website itself, which turns every single visitor into a potential victim. Now you might be thinking, okay, so a weird pop-up appears on my screen, what's the big deal? But the reality is, it is a huge deal. It's way more serious than just a simple annoyance. XSS is not a prank. It allows attackers to straight up steal your login credentials, to hijack your sessions so they can act as you, to gain complete control of your online accounts, and even redirect you to fake websites to steal even more information. We're talking total account takeover. It's all a powerful reminder that some of the web's biggest threats are the ones hidden in plain sight, embedded in the very websites we trust every day. It leaves us with a final, pretty sobering thought. How can you be sure the next link you click is truly safe?